Hey everybody, here's an update on the Deshaun Watson situation. First, let me get something out of the way that I'm waiting for some feedback on. It involves Toy Garner, and Toy Garner is the named plaintiff in the lawsuit, the latest lawsuit that Tony Busby, famed class action lawyer, filed against now former Houston Texans quarterback, now Cleveland Browns quarterback, Deshaun Watson. A viewer sent to me a number of texts that claimed that Toy Garner had a indeed had a massage license, massage student license, and he sent me the proof, as he called it, and I immediately responded that it was fake because, and I'll show it another time, but where Toy v. Javan Garner was written was in a different type of font than any other name on the picture that he sent. Those fonts were all in caps. His had just the first letter of her name capitalized and the rest lowercase. So in order to nip this in the bud, I directly called the Texas Licensing Department, Texas Department of Licensing, and they were very nice to me. I'm not going to drop names at this point because it's not. I said I wouldn't do so, but I did say I would report on what I found. In fact, okay, and in fact, okay. So I got a confirmation. All right, I got a confirmation. Ms. Garner has had a massage student permit, so it's true. She did have it. And she says she posted a screenshot that is quite different than what was under massage therapist. Search the license database, and we scroll down. We keep scrolling down, and we find that it was there. Yeah, so it's actually real. It's a massage student permit that she did have. That's good, because the way it looked to everybody is it looked fake, okay? But I got official confirmation from the state of Texas that indeed it is real, okay? So that puts an entirely different paw on this. She has an active license to practice massage. But how then is she doing it? Okay, she has just a student license. How is she doing it? And what kind of prohibitions go with that? Okay, so I said I would report this regardless of where it goes, all right? Because originally, as you've seen, when I reported on this and I did a search for her name in the database, it came up 0. And when my viewer did it or tried to do it, said, hey, this is what's happening. I said, hey, this was happening for me. We both agreed that it looked fishy because of the font. And so did the first person I talked to with the state. And so, but they went ahead, and I want to thank Taylor Goodwin-Mange for her work on this and confirming that indeed she had a massage student license. Student license. Now, where the student license begins, it still doesn't, the other question that I have, she says, please let me know if you have any other questions, and I'm actually going to call her back with some questions, because what I want to know is why it turned up in the database in that weird font, but also as a massage student, what does that entitle her to do? In other words, can she hold herself out as a person, can she hold herself out as a person who's capable of giving a massage? That's what I want to know. Okay. That's what I want to know. But in fairness to Tony Busby, yeah, she had the license. Okay. And I actually feel better about it, because I would have felt worse if it really did look like a cover up. Okay. So she had the license. But here's the question. On her LinkedIn, she does not at all. My question is, okay, if she has this license, right? How is she getting these clients? Because it's current. It's current. How is she getting these clients? She is said to be working with Rich Legacy Studios. Is she getting them through the Rich Legacy Studios? Is that how she met Deshaun Watson? Because that still rings a question. In other words, if she has that, all right, how is she operating? With who? Right? That's the question, because you search around and it doesn't easily pop up. The other problem is that because of how iffy this entire matter is, for example, the vast majority of women are not on the Texas database. And this doesn't come from me. This comes from another person who's gone through. This person said that Ms. Garner had a student license. And I thought, I can't confirm that, so I didn't want to put that in. I thought, let me check myself. So I checked it. It confirms. I'm happy. Okay? I'm happy. But the fact remains that what it looks like to me overall is a group of women who are doing entertainment and are models, but are also doing massage on the side and are offering these extras, if you will. That looks like the real story. Okay? And it falls right in line with the kind of activity that TCU Professor Vanessa Boucher has pointed to. Now, what should it net Deshaun Watson? I think a 6 or 8 game suspension is reasonable. That's what the Associated Press reported. All right? That's what came out from the Associated Press, from that person's source. But there are people who so don't want that to happen. All right? That they went back to somebody else and got somebody else to say, oh, well, that's not true. All right? But it just shows you the situation we're in, also politically, with this. And as someone said to me last night, said, what do you think the suspension should be? And I said 3 games or 6, all right? Because clearly Watson did do something in terms of not keeping the right company. And you can see that by his birthday video, all right? That was done by Rich Media Studios, whose role in all this is still not explained. So either way this goes, hey, Nathan, either way this goes, it opens up a ton of questions more. First of all, there was no criminal activity according to a couple of grand juries. That has to be acknowledged. On top of that, Tony Busby settled. He doesn't want to talk about it anymore. He's done with it. He's off in Barbados. He's having a great time with his wife. Good on him, okay? Then there's the matter of Deshaun Watson and his suspension and what hangs in the balance of his future, as well as that for the league. All right? But there are clearly people who are on different camps. My camp is, hey, you know what? Whenever an African-American man is accused of something in today's day and age, you need to check absolutely carefully and clearly to make certain that person is real. So I'm happy to reverse it and say, okay, she has a massage therapy student license, okay? And so and I have the screenshots directly from the state of Texas to prove it. This isn't from a search or anything else or from another fan. This is here. I'm going to post these on Blog Update, okay? And it has her as living in Marvell, Texas. The expiration date is weird. It says 122104 or something. I don't know. It says the effective date was October 22nd, 2020. So according to Tony Busby's lawsuit, she just got her student massage license. Just got it. And that was also at the same time that she was working for Rich Legacy Studios. See the tie-in? So it's fair to assert that, hey, somehow they met through Rich Legacy Studios. Because on her LinkedIn, she doesn't present massage on her LinkedIn. Okay? So I've still got some digging to do. But to me, ESPN should not get on television and not report what the AP reported because they don't like the news. All right? The news is the news. And what we have to find is the truth. What exactly happened and why? Who engineered this situation? When I read Tony Busby's latest lawsuit, it was all over the place. He started with Toy, but he didn't make a clear link between Ms. Garner and the Texans. He then went on to other cases. So what Tony presented was clear as mud, okay? Clear as mud. That's it. Clear as mud. What's clear for me is, yes, Ms. Garner, she's also a mother. That's something else too. So the overarching big picture here is not a good one. When it comes, I'm not talking about Deshaun Watson. I'm talking about the economic plight of women in the United States. At a time we need a guaranteed minimum standard of income floor. Women with kids have to take many different jobs to make ends meet. Sometimes doing things they don't necessarily want to do. And now we put all that restrictions on abortion. So here we have, in the Houston context, illicit massage, this new draconian world of anti-abortion, which increases the danger that someone who does underground what some of these women appear to have done with respect to Deshaun Watson, even though there was no intercourse involved. But what about other people? Okay? Makes that activity that much more dangerous. All right? So you would say what to do about it? We need, first of all, to reinstate our pandemic subsidy programs. We killed them. And we need to have a national guaranteed minimum standard of income. We can do that, all right? We need to get serious about taking care of our society. And it's quite clear that with respect to women, we're not doing it because women are having to, particularly in this, some would say post-manufacturing, I would just say nouveau manufacturing economy, those who are not digitally aware are prone to be placed into a lower area of income generation. And I think that's what's going on with a lot of women today, and in particular, a lot of black women. All right? So maybe Deshaun Watson thought he was helping out. There's that gray area. But beyond Deshaun Watson, and I still say with Tony Busby, there's a bigger story. And Tony has not solved the problem of the unlicensed massage therapist. This Toy had a student massage permit. What does that mean in this context? All right, those are the things that should be reported. Now you've got the straight scoop, not slanted one way or the other. If I find something one way, you'll know it. If I find something the other way, you'll know it. I'm letting you know. Stay tuned for more And remember, Mayor Shaft tomorrow. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.blog.com. See ya.